I did do puppy.
Are we live?
It says rotate your phone. You can't turn your phone. Is this live? Is it live?
Oh, wait.
Live?
So
well, we're live.
We are live. Hello, everybody. We were just talking about doing some yoga. If anybody wants, maybe that'll be the next video that we do on HGTV. It'll be at-home property yoga.
Could be. I think you have to find creative ways to keep yourself entertained, keep the kids entertained. Hopefully, our shows are helping keep you entertained. I think it's something that the whole family can watch.
I do want to say a huge kudos to everyone out there, though, that you're doing your part to help keep everyone safe, flatten that corona curve a little bit. But actually, it gives everyone a chance to stay home and connect with family. Linda and I have really been enjoying this downtime together.
I'm going to point out, and you can't judge, you will see how much gray hair I have by the time I'm allowed to come out of my...
I see a little bit coming out there.
It's already coming in.
I don't have any grays. I hide them.
Yeah.
But anyways, we wanted to chat with you guys for our new premiere episode of Forever Home tonight at 9 o'clock.
Who's liking the new Forever Home format, by the way? And put your questions below, comments below. We're going to get to as many questions in the next 30 minutes as we can.
Linda's behind camera, by the way, so say hi, Linda.
Hi.
We, of course, have at 9 o'clock Eastern tonight, we have a brand new episode of Property Brothers Forever Home. But what I love is it's open to everybody, because the original Property Brothers, as you know, was only open to people who were actually buying a house and wanted to renovate it into their dream home. Buying and selling was people who were selling their existing home to get into their dream home. I feel like Forever Home is the perfect format because it's open to anybody, no matter how long you've had your home, as long as you love it.
6 days or 60 years. I mean, we love to, like, the emotion is a lot deeper. The memories that people have in these houses, their kids' first steps around the coffee table, or the
fact that Drew actually gets in and helps me with a lot more reno. But you have to admit, though, you've been having fun.
No, I do have fun. Actually, to be honest, on the buying and selling and the original Property Brothers, I quite missed all the time that John and I would spend together, because back in the day when we were renovating houses, it was us together, hammers in hand, and doing all the work together, and we laughed more than we actually worked.
That was like one of those Orange Justice stance hammer moves.
Well, that was Alexis's question. What's your favorite part of the renovating process?
Favorite part of the renovating process, Alexis? Actually, it is really when we finally bring the family back. A lot of them, they've been in this house for years, a decade. All the kids were born there. And then to bring them back into a home that actually functions for what the family needs, the tears of joy, absolutely my favorite.
And that is actually one of the questions we were getting from people in social right now. What's happening to all of the houses that we were currently working on? Our number one priority was to get these families back into their homes, even though we're not filming some of the completion of these projects so we can get people back into their homes. So that's where we are right now. We've stopped filming, but we are desperately finishing everything off so that people can get home.
Yeah.
As far as my favorite, demolition is a lot of fun. I do love demo. Anytime we can salvage something, donate it to charity. Habitat for Humanity is where a lot of the kitchens go that you can keep. There's a lot of stuff sometimes on TV. It looks like it's in better condition than it is. In reality, when we're there and we're up close, we can see how bad of shape it is. So
you can't donate. There's cabinets with water damage or they're broken. You can't donate those. So we donate everything we can. We reuse or salvage anything we can as well. There was one other thing I was going to say.
Which is actually an insider interesting comment. I was told I'm not allowed to say salvage anymore.
Why?
Apparently I say it all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But that's what you do. Restoration.
I know. There's something that in the shows they said, because there's certain words. There's one that you used to always say all the time. Definitely. Do it say definitely like 4 times in one sentence.
Let's shift into that room. I shift a lot. I'm very shifty.
He's a shifty.
And Linda, feel free to yell out if you have any other.
All right. What kind of music do you listen to?
You have to yell it out.
What kind of music do you listen to while you work? That's assuming you work. That's from Casey D. Foster.
Casey D. Foster. You sound like a DJ.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Casey D. Foster.
Smooth jazz with Casey D. Foster.
I was just listening to Yellow by Coldplay. Love Coldplay. Going old school.
For genre though,
Old
so I would
school.
say I love 70s music. So I was actually listening to the 70s deep dive on the way over here.
Oh.
I also
Classic.
I like what is it called? Yacht rock. I like yacht rock. What
the heck's yacht rock? Is that like when you're on your yacht, you listen to rock?
No, it's just all like kind
Rockers playing Yahtzee.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never heard of that.
Google, or if you're on like Pandora or like Spotify or whatever, just type in yacht rock.
Hold on, you've never used that term. Is that Zoe that you on that term?
No, Chris Hardwick. He's the one, because I never knew the definition of what that was, and we were over at a get together his, I don't know, 6 months ago, and yacht rock, and I was like, holy
He
smokes,
was playing some yacht rock.
This playlist is fantastic. What is it? And he's like, it's not a playlist, it's just yacht rock, and it's like there's channels like on Sirius.
How about this? When I'm at the gym, I like to listen to like music like Celine Dion and Michael Bublé.
Is that why when you're lifting, you're always doing the?
Yeah. My weights will go on. No, I tried. By the way, I wanted to point out to you guys too, as Linda's mocking me behind camera. If you haven't checked out our new podcast, Linda and I have our podcast At Home with Linda and Drew Scott.
So you know where it actually takes place?
Right
here. So if you are,
it goes on longer than that.
Yeah.
That was in the tune of Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I like to blend them all.
You haven't seen the Celine Dion Backstreet mashup?
I want it at home. No,
it is.
I don't know why I'm doing a product for everything.
Did I see? I saw that. So I was on Apple
Podcast.
Yeah, and you guys were like.
Well, we were up to number 16 on the new Noteworthy, or on the social and culture charts, and we're featured on the new Noteworthy. So on Apple Podcasts, just search At Home and it'll pop up. AtHomePodcast.net is the website, but check it out and let us know what you think, and let us know who you want us to interview. We do have a little sit-down chat with Jonathan and Zoe coming up soon too.
By the way, I also have my own exciting at-home thing. It's just a webcam that watches me puzzle for 4 hours straight.
It's a puzzling show.
Yeah. Not quite as exhilarating as their podcast, but
we have a puzzle downstairs. We're total puzzle nerds. The one downstairs, Linda and I last night were like, we're not leaving until we finish it. And finally, like at 1 a.m, we're like, okay, we're not done, but we have to go to bed.
Yeah.
So
have you ever? Okay, I've had some low points. One of my low points was I was so into this puzzle that I was doing that I woke up because I fell asleep doing it, and I had puzzle pieces stuck to my face, like up like this.
But did you complete the puzzle with your face?
Not at that time, but later I did. Yes.
I have had that where Jonathan comes to set and we're about to film, but it's an early morning, so I know that he does
puzzle
like
pieces on my face.
Yeah, puzzle pieces. No, he wakes up and comes straight to set because he has like the pillow line on his face.
Gracie gets that too.
Oh, yeah.
My dog. So I have Stewie and Gracie, my 2 dogs, and Gracie gets, like, bedhead with your hair. She gets that for her face. She wakes up and her face is like,
it's the grumpiest looking. It's like an Elvis, like a. We got questions about Forever Home too. Let us know what else you guys want to ask about. We actually love Forever Home, not only because of the amazing stories, by the way, but the fact that we're showing everybody the home that they already have could become something so much more for them, more functional, more stylish. So.
We also have the repacks. Have you been seeing any of those repacks? So there's one on right now. It's like best of moments and all kinds of stuff. So
okay, I have a question, and then Clay has a question. Clay's question is, what is your favorite moment so far during the filming of Forever Home? And my question is, am I supposed to turn this phone the other way?
Are we sideways?
Yeah,
right now?
Sorry, this is what.
Did you text somebody and ask them?
Well,
did you look it up on your phone, Linda?
Yeah, well, someone on our team said turn our phone, turn the camera.
So hold on, just do this way. You don't have to do anything. I'm gonna go like this. Wait, how do I?
Sorry, guys.
Hold on. I'm this good.
Now it's saying rotate.
I'm rotating.
Sorry, everyone.
And then there you go.
Oh, this is perfect. Now we see just your shoulders.
Ha! Is that better?
Is this better, everyone?
I'm just gonna sit here with my little flowers and just pet them.
All right.
Okay. Is that better?
Careful it doesn't fall off.
Does that mean we did the first half of this and everyone was watching it sideways like this? Can you tell I'm not a millennial? Yeah. I'm good at the technology when it's like the 3D designs on Property Brothers or something like that, but sometimes
I can't even turn the camera.
I will tell you this much. I asked if we should do this portrait or landscape, and I was told landscape, so
Okay,
this
Clay's
is
question.
Classic Drew. Classic Drew has to pass the blame.
Yeah.
All right, Clay asked, what is your favorite moment so far during the filming of Forever Home?
Favorite moment? Let's see. God, there's so many good moments. It's always funny interacting with the kids on set. Every family, I'd say, I would say probably like 70 or 80% of the families have kids. sports.
But also, I like it too. One of our episodes, they were creating a space for the wife's mother to come and stay with them, and they were the sweetest family. And I think sometimes, you get caught up in everything that's going on, and you don't realize how lucky you are to be able to provide something like that for a loved one, but also to be that close, but still allow someone to have their own separation. So I think those moments too, where we see families really come together, that's important.
We did have a family we were working with where we needed to have a space for their the mother-in-law, so the wife's mother, and so that was really cool to be able to take what was just a leftover space and transform that into something that actually functioned.
Are you intentionally copying what I just said?
I ignored you thinking about mine. Is that literally what you said?
That's literally exactly what I just said.
You know what? It is. If you guys rewind and you look, I'm sitting here like this, thinking of what my favorite is, zoning Jonathan out.
Yeah. What other questions do we have?
This is a random and specific one. Have you ever stepped through the ceiling when crawling through an attic? Austin.
Yeah.
Who asked that?
Austin.
So I have not stepped through the ceiling, but I was underneath the ceiling looking up when our construction lead stepped through accidentally. There was water damage, and all the drywall was really loose, and so when he stepped onto it, it all fell on my face. That was in Brother vs. Brother a couple of seasons ago.
Split your lip with that.
I did.
One time in my early 20s, I did that where I put a foot through the ceiling by accident on one of the projects we were doing. This is long before Property Brothers. However, season 1 of Property Brothers, we were working on a space, and one of the camera guys, he wasn't paying attention, and he all of a sudden ran through the attic space to, I don't know what the heck he was doing, and he fell. If you think these are the ceiling joists that are along there, he ran along and then fell through the ceiling like that, and the only thing that stopped him was his crotch.
Oh my god.
You can imagine that did not feel very well.
But afterwards, they got the renovation done really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't have felt good. It also didn't feel good having it drop in my face. But in the end, we got a new ceiling up there.
That was the same. It's so funny when you think back to the first season of Property Brothers. So we've now done 400 episodes of our shows. That's 400 hours of original content, and it's wild to know that we've been able to help that many people. And but going way back, it was. I remember we even had a house. We were doing a house tour, and there was somebody sleeping naked in the bed.
Oh yeah.
When we were on the house tour, and it's like Well, I think the person.
Well, they had their Superman teddy whities on, but it's just the things that we've come across over the years. The 10 foot long snake. No, it's the snake that you found alive. It was a live snake.
And that was only like 2 years ago. Yeah.
I remember one time I was opening up a kitchen and like ripping out the old cabinets, and they had boxed. They put the cabinets on top of just a frame of 2x4s, and underneath there, I guess some rats had made a nest, and the whole underneath part was this big nest. But when I ripped up the cabinet, there was one really big chubby rat that looked up at me, and he like kind of went ah, and he looked, and he was so big that he like turned to run away, but he was like, forget that, and he just sort of like slowly wobbles away.
Did you just rat shame him?
I did rat shame him a little bit. No, but I didn't do anything bad with him. I actually just took him out to a field that wasn't far away, and I let him go. But
Drew still has him. His name's Mortimer. He has a cage over here.
Yeah.
Actually, I wanted to, while you're looking up another question, I wanted to show a picture. I came across this the other day when I'm spring cleaning my house. I'm also spring cleaning my phone. I found one of the original photos of Drew and me from the very first season of Property Brothers. It is so funny to see how bad your hair is. My hair was.
Oh yeah, Surfer John, we call him, was the blonde highlights. You remember the overly done blonde highlights?
All right, here we go.
Did they call you Blonde John Bovey?
Blonde John Silver? So this is basically 10 years ago. This was the start.
Why don't you answer a question while I find this?
Okay.
It's going to take me a second to find.
How do you relax after a long day? From Lean Napa.
Lean Napa, I like to relax. So Linda and I will do a little meditation or a little stretching. We have a reformer. Has anybody ever done any Pilates? If you have a reformer, it's a machine that you can use. So that's what we will use to unwind a little bit. Also movies, just chilling at home with a little game night or movies is always fun.
I can't believe that I cannot find this photo. Since because Drew knows, usually I can find everything, just like, oh, here we go. So this is a screen grab.
Turn it sideways.
This is so bad. Anyway, how do I relax? Like I said, I like puzzles. movies. Okay,
And
does
making
that
fun of
show
my
up?
hair.
If I
Go
come
closer?
close to you guys, can you see this?
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, my hair was very puffy, and Jonathan's was very blonde.
So bad. I think there's another one that shows
We have a lot of good hair. Also, a lot of over the years, Jonathan's hair choices make him look like an Italian mobster
There we
or a Disney prince.
This was when the show first aired in Canada. Hold on a sec here. That was the network's promo shot.
Oh my God.
Yeah, pretty
Check
bad.
it out. And so what we always said with Drew is, you know what, Drew, I can't put my finger on it, but you look like somebody. Who is it? Oh, we know what it is. You look like the guy from Twilight. We said Drew looked like Edward from Twilight with his
Robert
hair.
Pattinson. Yes, I'm a vampire. Well, you look like, when you were younger, I don't know who you looked like, but now more of a Harry Connick Jr. kind of a look.
I guess.
Bump with half the voice. No. All right, what else?
All
you
right,
got?
Tammy asks, how do you keep a design current while staying classic?
How to keep a design current but keep it classic? Well, one, I love classic materials because I think there's more longevity. Keep in mind there's the rule of thumb we use. The more bold you go with something, the faster it will go out of style. So in the expensive items like the flooring, the counters, tile work, stuff like that, it's sometimes best to keep that a little bit more classic, a little bit more neutral. So we'll go with something that looks like marble, even if it's quartz or neolith or something like that. Go with a mid-tone hardwood, something that's not too crazy, because then you don't have to change it in 10 years.
Well, also, if you think about it too, if you like a more modern design, but you like some of those classic touches, I actually feel that makes it a far better design if you're incorporating some of these classic tones, rustic elements, or even some traditional elements, because that's giving some interest. It's not just going to be a stark, white, boring design. So.
And also try, especially if you're spending more time at home and you're looking for some things to do, take on some projects. I'm actually going to try and do a couple projects and kind of walk people through them, but you can make your own curtain panels, you can make your own Roman shades, you can make your own throw pillows, things like that. Linda's actually made throw pillows out of some of our Scott Living fabrics and stuff like that too.
That's also why we're doing Linda and Drew yoga at home. So we'll just do that every morning. We'll get up at 4:30 in the morning to take you through our yoga class.
Downward realtor.
Yeah.
Is that a pose?
Not actually going to do that, so don't hold me to it.
Anyway, yeah, look for some fun projects you can take on. You can really add a lot of elegance to a space just with the soft finishes, rugs, curtains, things like that.
All right. Mary Weaver asks, what's the longest you have ever been mad at each other?
Mary, you really digging deep here. This is like a Barbara Walters interview.
I would say we get over it fast. When we were younger, like as adults, we haven't really fought. We'll have arguments or debate over something that we disagree on, but it doesn't stick with us.
I can't even
think of it. I don't think more than a day.
Yeah, I was gonna say a few days maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I held a grudge longer than he did.
Yeah, it's usually Jonathan being stubborn or something.
Yeah. Well,
I'm an angel.
Yeah. Is this true, Linda?
Yeah. Moving on.
Next question. I'm not making this up. Someone, who was it? Where was it?
What are you
Jamie.
turning on?
The air conditioning is so hot in here.
Okay,
Really?
I'd like to point something out, and Linda can have my back on this. Drew likes living in a freezer.
cryo?
Yeah, it's like a cryo
Do you
storage
not find it
lab.
hot in here?
It's just
No.
comfortable right now. But so Linda and I are sitting here getting this set up, and all of a sudden we're like, who turned it? Drew with his app remotely turned on the AC and blasted it up here. Drew at this house here, their bedroom used to be connected to the guest bedroom where I would sleep. It was the same thermostat. And all of a sudden I would wake up in the middle of the night and it was like The Shining. And I was Jack Nicholson and I'm like,
My body temperature
freezing.
is always higher because I'm always working out,
Right. With your 5 pound weight.
10.
Oh, 10.
Okay.
Whoa.
10.
All right. What was the question?
Let's see. Hi from Brazil. What's the best way to change up a small outdoor space? From Rachel Garcia.
Obrigado.
I just was going to say that.
Ha!
But I wanted to set up why we were saying thank you. You know what? Because you watched so much. Oh my God. What was the question?
What's the best way to change up a small outdoor space?
Outdoor space. So I love having the comforts of indoor, outdoor. So a lot of the furniture that you can get today has that feel like it could be indoor furniture. But an area rug is the best way. Get a nice big area rug out there to soften up. And the outdoor rugs are important because you can spray them off they get dirty.
You mean like our Scott Living outdoor rugs?
That's right. And Drew and Linda actually have one of them in their inside dining room.
Yep.
But you can't tell, they're so soft. But there's, a lot of manufacturers that make beautiful outdoor rugs. They spray off. So that's one way. Have some plants as well to kind of hug the corners and warm it up out there. That's a color.
As John was saying, if you just make that outdoor space feel like an extension of your square footage inside, you're going to enjoy the space even more.
It's like getting an addition without doing any walls.
Yeah. Without the demo therapy.
What is the coolest feature you've ever added to a home? From Savannah James.
Savannah James, and is the second part of her question, can you please put all of those features in my house?
Here, I got it for you. So, Celebrity IOU, if you saw, we've announced that. So in Celebrity IOU, we have big celebrities who are giving back to someone who's been a big part of their life, an everyday person in their life that they love. You're going to see some cool features. In episode 1, Brad Pitt's episode, I'm not going to tell you what it is because you have to tune in to watch on
April
HGTV,
13th.
April 13th. But his makeup artist is who he gives back to, and she was dreaming of having a certain feature in her space, and we gave her that and some.
That was like the most vague possible tease.
You want me to give a little more? Okay, so she's a makeup artist. She wanted to have a space that she can do her makeup at her house, but also a guest suite. So you have to check it out because we use awesome technology, and it's almost like it's deceiving to the eye to see how much that we crammed into this space.
There's two really, really remarkable hidden features, and these are things you could actually do at home as well. So April 13th, I think it's at 9 o'clock. Tune in, you will absolutely love it. Celebrity IOU, so we have Brad Pitt, Viola Davis, Jeremy Renner, Michael Bublé, Melissa McCarthy, and Rebel Wilson.
Yeah.
It was an incredibly fun show to do. You'll notice as well that some of the celebs, we also have features on them in Reveal Magazine. So if you haven't picked up Reveal Magazine yet, you can go on through our social or through our website, pick up the magazine, but it's all lifestyle. It's about projects you can take on at home. It's about if you want to entertain, maybe you want to have the coolest housewarming party. We show you how to do that, how to get more out of life, simple steps.
Well, yeah, we created Reveal Magazine because of you guys. I mean, we listen, same with our shows, we listen to what you guys are asking for. So thank you for giving us great ideas to be able to expand what we're doing to try and inspire you in your life.
I thought it was interesting when we asked what you guys want. You just said more Linda, less
Yeah.
Jonathan and Drew. Okay.
We got that. More Linda, more our parents, more Gracie and Stu.
Yeah.
All right, Connie asks, what's your fave room in your own homes?
Favorite room in our own homes. Well, right now, I mean, this is one of them. This is Linda and my Zen space. It's nice, it's light, it's relaxing.
I thought you were going to say bathroom because you spend the most time in there.
I also
true.
love the bathroom, yes. I have a ping pong table too, so my little nerdy ping pong room is always cool. Anybody out there play ping pong? I challenge you.
Anybody who comes to visit the house, the first thing Drew asks is like, are you good at ping pong? Let's do it.
Second thing is, are you any good?
Yeah. I would say for me, inside the house, well, I love my bedroom. The master bedroom is very relaxing. It's my Zen space. Otherwise, the pool with the water slide, that's the best.
What is it, water volleyball?
Right now, it's a little chilly to play, but as soon as the temperature warms up, definitely
yeah.
beautiful.
So, I mean, at home, when we're doing our podcast, that's one of the big things for us. We bring people over here to relax and kind of, it's a very comfortable vibe. We just kick back and we're interviewing our last guest, Colton Underwood. If anybody loves The Bachelor, you have to check out the pod, but with him as well, coming over here. And very interesting hearing from him that he actually has a background in construction. His dad is a contractor, and they've built houses together. A lot of similarities between the families.
Is that what all the kids are calling it as? The pod?
The pod.
Check out the pod.
Check out the pod.
I just think of alien
At
pods.
home podcast.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Bah!
Lynn Tran asks, how do you make a small room seem bigger?
Lynn, good question. Some of the stuff you probably already know, but light colors, light walls is really big. You want the light to be able to bounce around. So also making sure that you have a sufficient amount of light. So recessed lights are great because they don't obstruct your headroom, but they also give you that ambient light.
And also make sure the furniture pieces in the space aren't too large for that area. A lot of times people will have a gigantic sofa in a small room, and it just makes the room look half the size.
Yeah, and also mirrors. Mirrors are good. They can bounce light around too. So whether you have a wall of mirrors that you do, or whether you hang a mirror or something like that tastefully, stuff like that.
Hey, by the way, you guys, we listen to you guys for what you want to see. Anybody love Brother versus Brother? If you love the competition that we've had in the past, me. do lots of thumbs up and likes if you like Brother versus Brother. Well, we were also filming. I mean, we're on hold right now because of everybody being in isolation. But we're going to be doing Brother versus Brother again this year. So it's here in LA. Lots of fun stuff to come later in the year.
You know, I think I can say this. I don't think I get anyone in trouble. But I remember it was like picked up by the paparazzi. Jonathan bought the house next to Drew and Linda so I can be neighbors. And then we're like, no, that's not it. This is what I did. I bought the house next to Drew and Linda for Brother versus Brother, and this season is going to be good. How many years have you lost now?
No, I won almost every challenge last year.
The challenge, but the whole competition?
I don't know what you're talking about. Moving on.
I like this is the one good thing about when we do these chats too is I feel like, you know, we can give you guys a little more insight, a little bit a scoop that you wouldn't necessarily get otherwise, and then get yelled at by the lawyers after for saying things we're not supposed to say.
Well, in the past seasons of Brother vs. Brother, we legit, when we have our judges come to judge us on each episode, we let them judge us for whatever. If they liked flowers and there were no flowers in that room, they could say, you lose.
I lost the living room challenge one year because Vanilla Ice doesn't like the color yellow. And I had some yellow in there, and I had like decor pieces that were yellow, and he just doesn't like yellow.
Yeah.
I'm like, so sometimes it works to my disadvantage, but we let them judge on whatever they want.
He also thinks I'm pretty flat for a white guy.
This is true. Very fun.
Oh wait, that's not
Is that
what
him?
No,
that's somebody else.
but anyway, yeah. So we let them judge us no matter what, and I think
Linda's just breaking
yeah,
up laughing.
Gosh.
But so this next season though is going to be very epic too. We have a lot of great stuff. Our Forever Home episodes as well. You guys are seeing these massive transformations to these homes, but you can see the emotion with these families. Imagine having a home that you didn't know what to do with it. You wanted to renovate, but you just didn't think that you had the ability to or the budget to. And that's why we love to do that. What we do, we come in and transform these homes and take it to what our families thought they could never do with the house.
Well, we did for the last shooting block of Forever Home, we shot 39 houses. And so one of the things that actually happened, and you'll see it in the episode, we were renovating the lower level and the main floor. That's what they wanted done. It was a nice house, very nice house, small but very nice house. Well, partway through the project, a 77-foot tall tree in a windstorm collapsed off the hillside behind the house and destroyed the upper level of the house, took off the whole corner of the house. And so that wasn't even an area we were supposed to take on, but it uncovered a bunch of other problems. And so that's actually one project that we had been flying back and forth to that city, even months beyond when those projects all wrapped, so that we could finish the project for those.
Well, yeah, we wanted to make sure at the end of the day they have their complete home, this beautiful home, not a house with a tree in it. So, but yeah, it's heartwarming for us to be able to work with all these families, and as Jonathan said earlier, we're at 400 houses, 400 families we've worked with on the shows. So it's been busy, but we love what we do, and we thank you guys for continuing to love our show. We'll always keep trying to adapt and bring you what you want to see as well for episodes.
And sending us great ideas for things. I like when you guys comment on social media about the things that you want to see and the stuff that you liked in the episodes, because we actually do take that information and it helps us evolve the shows.
Mm-hmm. We're going to do a few more questions here too, and don't forget, so in half an hour at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific, is a new episode of Property Brothers Forever Home. So check that out. What else do you want to know?
Emily wants to know, what do you remember most about clown school?
Oh, clown school. Gosh, good question.
Here,
so
you answer.
This is the one I know what Drew's doing.
What
Getting juggling balls. I know
Oh,
that's what
gosh.
he's doing. So Drew, when we were in clown school, Drew, and that is the thing, by the way, Drew was like master juggler, and so he loved the fact that he was a better juggler than I am. I was like, I feel like our audiences are not that discerning about our juggling skills. So I learned magic. So for me, the trainer that we had, or the instructor, he was an amazing juggler.
Head clown.
Yeah, he was like this incredible juggler. So taught us a bunch of that, taught us the makeup, and like also how to do like face painting stuff. But he also did a little bit of magic, and that was the part that I loved the most.
He did not teach me, though, that when you're doing kids' parties and parades and all these fun interactive things, that you should always just be happy. Like a bald clown, he was really sad all the time, and I realized it was not very exciting for kids at their parties, so I wasn't hired out as that clown, and I quickly switched back to happy.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Why a sad clown? I don't get it.
Well, yeah, isn't that like an oxymoron?
Yeah, I don't understand that either. I mean, I was trying to get into character with different personalities of clowns, and I realized no one wants
The
to
best
see
part
that.
was, so Drew was Curly, the clown. He was bald. He had no hair, but he's called Curly. And so he was a bald clown, but he had a little hat on a
Tiny little hat on
string,
elastic.
and it had a single flower coming out of it. It was pretty funny.
And I could spray people with my flower.
And then there was a little bee on the flower.
Yeah. Jonathan was also named Stretch at one point. His clown was on stilts, so he was 9 feet tall. Yeah.
We're nerds.
Right. What's a good wrap-up question?
Well, you guys, all right, so let's do this. First off, if you haven't already, get over to our pages as well. So Mr. Silver Scott, Mr. Drew Scott, and also Property Brothers. Check us out, and we're always posting new stuff from the episodes and the podcast and everything. But I want a question from you guys. So everybody now has 30 seconds to think of their best question and submit them really fast. We'll give you that 30 seconds while we sing. Go.
Oh, you can tell everybody this is your song. That's all I got.
That's it.
That's another thing too. Let us know during the episode. So HGTV, I know, will be live tweeting for the episode. They always are sharing your tweets and things like
We're
that.
going to hop
too.
on Twitter a little too, so be sure to check out, yeah.
Yeah, and are we hopping on Twitter? I was going for dinner.
Yeah, no, I'm hopping on Twitter a little bit
All
too,
right.
yeah.
Well, then I'll do that. But also send us your thoughts about the episode. Also send thoughts if there's other stuff that you'd like to see. Do you want to see us? Do you want us to do a live reading of our kids' book, Big Plans? Or,
Actually, another thing too is we were thinking about maybe popping on and doing a split conversation on Facebook Live or Instagram Live with other HGTV talent. So maybe we'll do something like that too. Let us know what you guys want to see. All right, Linda, what is the best hard-hitting question that people have submitted?
I wasn't going to read this one because I thought, don't feed their ego. Andrew asked, is there anything you can't do?
Andrew,
You're so nice, Andrew.
Let me see.
I'm not good at
I can't play tennis very well.
German polka.
Or
I'm
that.
not very good at that.
I'm not good at either of those.
I have wanted to, and I think actually this is something that I'll probably do now that we're spending a little bit more time at home, is pick up the piano again. I would love to learn. Maybe if I play the piano, you can tell me what songs I should learn.
Yes.
Drew doesn't have
right,
a piano, but I know how we're gonna play ourselves out.
We're in our Zen space right now, so
Okay, it's the rolling credits. What was your dream job when you were young? Asks Joshua Blewett.
Well, my dream job when I was young, I wanted to be, and I got up in front of my whole class and I told them I wanted to be a flower man. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to be a florist.
Yeah. I wanted to be a guitar player like my dad. My dad was a cowboy. I wanted to be a cowboy. And I'm trying to just act like I'm getting into a great song about this. Oh, the day as a cowboy.
While he sings this out, tune in, 9 o'clock, brand new episode of Property Brothers Forever Home. Thank you so much for all the questions.
Thanks, guys.
I hope you guys are being safe. We'll talk to you soon.
Whoa, what's that Celine Dion song? I should that.
My heart will go on.